Hello everybody and welcome to the top 5 plays from Minor League Foci 4. In these semi-final matchups, we had the semi-probots facing off against the FS Ballers and small caps playing Rainball 6. Before we get into the top 5, let's run through some honorable mentions. In the first, we have Stu getting a snipe return and Matty Ice picking up a fortuitous rolling bomb in mid before coming into base and hesitating on his flag just long enough for the rolling bomb defuse to blast Stu into the flag carrier for the return and for the cap. In the next, we have a juiced up Ukillum making would-be snipers miss left and right, and at last he curves around the Bob 18's solid block for a quick cap to send a statement in the very beginning of the game. In this week's last honorable mention, we have JC Money, who survives a whirlwind of activity in his base, keeping himself alive as the semi-probots recklessly flaccid, and when the dust settles, he's got a clear path to the flag. Now on to the top 5 plays from the Foci 4. Starting things off is Walrus, who starts defense for the semi-probots, but just last week proved to the world that he's got some serious juking ability as flag carrier, and is proving it again. Finding the FS Ballers clogging the choke, he's patient enough to take a lap and draw some defenders away, and the defenders bite hard. The Bob 18 flying over Walrus into a spike by the team tiles, an unoriginal SN blocked way out in no man's land. Now there's only one man left in base, who's rendered useless by Stu's stalwart block. Number 4. In this play, BG boldly grabs solo while the small caps defense already have him contained, but his boldness pays off, as he's able to juke around and dance around long enough to buy support offense enough time to rush back to base and win the button to open up an escape route. Ahead of 3, all that's left now is for Terra Maris to bully Jmart off the button, and BG boosts in for the cap. Number 3. Stewart, like Walrus, demonstrates a paradigm of patient flag carrying. He knows when to probe and when to fall back, and he's not afraid to backtrack all the way across the map when he needs to throw a defender or two off his track. And after a few laps, it finally pays off, as he executes what looks like a well-practiced boost combination to rocket from the bottom right corner to the top left, where Cripple and Walrus throw down their usual disgusting blocks, and Stewart caps with but pixels to spare. All that's left now is for Regrab to waltz back into base for a second cap. I'm convinced that semi-probots are unparalleled in the minor scene in both tactical intelligence and team chemistry. Number 2. In echoes of the Season 4 playoffs, this play is another one that's going to leave you chanting BG, 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 putting on a one-man show by getting his own return, boosting his teammate into Helen Keller to force a quick flaccid, and then walking the flag in. We can take one more look at this, and I'll provide some more finely nuanced and highly insightful commentary on the playmaking. BG, 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 BG. And now what you've all been waiting for, the very best play from minors in the Foci 4. Pay very close attention to Jmart and the small caps here, as the force he exerts on Noah is just barely enough to knock BG off his trajectory and save the cap, for a second at least. Pavlov's ball comes blazing in, but he's of little help as he flatsits and quickly dives. So it's up to Jmart to make the do-or-die decision to grab the flag and try to stay alive as long as possible. And not only does he stay alive, but he splits the defenders, makes some rapid-fire micro-jukes, and splits them again to come out of the wreckage ahead of 3. He brings the flag home for a counter cap. Thanks for watching everybody, and tune in next week for the top 5 plays of the Minor League Championship. This is Krosky signing off.